Hello children. So in the last class we had completed primary data, collection of primary data. So here in this class we are continuing the same chapter, and after collection of primary data now we are coming to collection of secondary data. Okay, so secondary data, as you all know, that where the investigator is not collecting the data by own, वो खुद से collect नहीं कर रहा है, he is getting from any other institution, है ना, that is your secondary data. So in secondary data there are two main sources, that is published and unpublished. Okay, published sources means what? If an agency had collected the data and they published in their magazines or newspaper, okay, which is getting to us, जो कि जनता तक पहुंच रहा है, that is a public source. Published sources. Okay, then unpublished sources means simple, which is collected for personal use, जो कि publish नहीं किया जाता, that is your unpublished sources. So in published sources, some of the published sources of secondary data, as it is given here: government publication, okay, semi-government publication, report of committees and commissions, publications of trade associations, so many are there. Government publications, we can say that which are published through government, ठीक है, जो कि गवर्नमेंट के थ्रू पब्लिश होता है, ऑन विच वी कैन रिलाई इट, हम लोग उसको मान सकते हैं, बिकॉज एज द डेटा गिवन टू अस बाय द गवर्नमेंट. ठीक है, तो हम ये नहीं बोल सकते कि ये कैसे भी डाटा हमको मिल गया, एज इट इज़ प्रोवाइडेड बाय द गवर्नमेंट वी कैन से कि इट इज़ फेयर. ओके, सो दिस इज गवर्नमेंट पब्लिकेशन. Now comes semi-government publication. Okay, so semi-government publication means what? Which is not completely of the government, है ना, जो कि पूरी तरीके से गवर्नमेंट का नहीं है. सेमी गवर्नमेंट, हाफ गवर्नमेंट, half it is not, such as municipalities and all. Okay, so they publish the data relating to education, health, birth and death. These data are also fairly reliable and useful, okay, as it is a semi government publication. But nowadays if we see na, the biggest source of collecting data is what, bachas, you all know very well, it is Google, isn't it? So rest all are outdated. हम ये बोल सकते हैं कि बाकी ये जो पब्लिश्ड हो गया, अनपब्लिश्ड हो गया, ये सब आउटडेटेड हो गया. नाउअडेज गूगल आगे निकल गया, isn't it? Whatever information we want, what we are doing, we are asking to Google. Yes. Now next comes publication of trade associations. Okay, then publication of research institution, journals and papers, publication of research scholars, international publication. Okay, these all are the published sources of secondary data. Okay, that is we can say through different associations we can get the informations, isn't it? Journals means like magazines, newspapers and all. Yes, we get the data. Okay, then international publication means UNO, IMF, that is International Monetary Fund. Okay, so these are the international publications जो कि information publish करते हैं. Okay, which are used as secondary data. that is ये सारे information हम खुद नहीं कर रहे हैं, हमको किसी और के through मिल रहा है. So these all are the published sources. Okay, now unpublished sources, as it is come unpublished sources जैसे कि बताया था, it is used for personal use, जिसको कि publish नहीं किया जाता. Okay, so here mainly two sources are there in unpublished sources. ठीक है, mainly two are there, that is Census of India and NSSO, that is National Sample Survey Organization. Okay, Census of India and NSSO, that is National Sample Survey Organization. Now see, before discussing Census of India and NSSO, okay, there are some precautions in the use of secondary data. Okay, so what are the precautions which we used to take for using this secondary data? Okay, we can say that information should be collected by experienced investigator. Okay, then we should know why we are collecting the information, that is objectives हमारा clear होना चाहिए for collecting the data. Okay, next we can say while collecting the data, time and condition should be given importance. Yes, कि ज़रूरी नहीं कि जिस टाइम पे हमने जमा किया डेटा कलेक्ट किया था वो उस टाइम, वो टाइम का और वो जो कंडीशन था, ठीक है, जब टाइम चेंज हो गया तो वो कंडीशन चेंज हो गया, सिचुएशन चेंज हो गया. यस, सो वी शुड बी कीपिंग इन माइंड टाइम एंड कंडीशन बोथ वाइल कलेक्टिंग द डेटा. और डेटा का एक्यूरेसी शुड बी चेक्ड वाइल कलेक्टिंग द डेटा. डाटा जब हम लोग कलेक्ट करते हैं तो वो कितना एक्यूरेट है वो भी हमको पता होना चाहिए. ओके, सो दीज आर सम ऑफ द प्रिकॉशंस विच वी शुड बी taking in the use of secondary data. Okay, so I hope clear all of you this one, published, unpublished, and precautions. Okay, so now we will discuss Census of India and NSSO. Now comes bacha Census of India. Okay, so Census of India. Now in Census of India, we can say that Census of India provides the most complete and continuous record of population. Understood? That is Census of India. Actually, what they are doing, the Census of India. See, Census of India, it is the most, that is, it gives us the complete record of our population. Okay, and this census is being regularly conducted after every 10 years. After every 10 years, this Census of India is being conducted. Okay, since 1881 we can say. Okay, and the first census of independent India was conducted in 1951. Okay, the first census of India was conducted in which year? 1951, and the last census was conducted in the year 2011 we can say. Okay, so census data is interpreted and analyzed to understand economic and social issues in India. This is the reason why census data is interpreted. Okay, only to understand economic and social issues in India. Okay, so this is about Census of India. I hope clear all of you. Census of India, yeah, it is collected or interpreted to understand economic and social issues of India. Okay, and accordingly plans and policies are formulated for the country's progress. Okay, so this is about Census of India. Okay, then comes NSSO. We can say NSSO, that is National Sample Survey Organization. Okay, this was established by the government of India. Why? For to conduct nationwide survey, okay, on socio-economic issues. That is the reason why this was established. Okay, and this was established in the year 1950. That is, this NSSO was established in the year 1950 under the Ministry of Finance to conduct surveys and collect data. Okay, and this NSSO also collect the details of, we can say, industrial activities and retail prices for various goods, and they are used by Government of India for planning purpose. For example, we can say if it conduct a survey on the problem of employment in 2010, then this problem will again addressed in 2015. That is, this NSSO conduct continuous surveys on problems in a successive round of after every 5 years. हर 5 साल में. Okay, on the same problem they are discussing it. Clear? So this is NSSO and Census of India. That is, these are the, we can say, these are the important agencies of secondary data. Census of India and NSSO. Now, along with this, census and sample surveys are also there. That is, survey, it is a method of collecting data, as I said, isn't it? The most common instrument in survey is questionnaire, isn't it? So, census survey. This census survey means what? A survey which include the unit of populations to analyze everyone as a whole in the country, isn't it? That is known as census or method of complete enumeration, we can say. Okay, so the most common example of census survey is what we had discussed now, that is Census of India. Understood? So a survey which includes the unit of population, it is known as the census or the method of complete enumeration. Okay, now what are the merits we can see or the advantages of census method or census survey? Okay, so here what happened, the result will be absolutely correct, accurate and reliable. Okay, and there are very less chance of bias creeping into at the time of collection of data. Okay, and data related to each and every item of the population is collected. Okay, actually these are the advantages of census survey. Okay, then some demerits are also there. If merits are there, obviously demerits are also there, isn't it? So demerits, we can say in census survey, it is that this is not 100% a scientific method, we cannot say, isn't it? And this is not suitable in all the cases also. For certain specific cases it's okay, not for all. Okay, and lot of time, energy and money is required to collect this data. So this is census survey. Okay, then a sample survey is also there. In a sample survey means what we can say, it is confined to only limited group of people in sample surveys, and it is based upon their respective opinions. Okay, so the first task in selecting a sample is to identify the population. That is, we can say that sample is defined as a part of population selected with a view to represent the population in all its characteristics. Okay, so the first task of selecting a sample is to identify the population. Okay, so this is sample survey. That is, once the population is identified, the researchers select the representative sample. Okay, that is sample. It refers to, we can say, it is a group of the population for which information is to be obtained. Okay, and a good sample, it is generally smaller than the population. Okay, now what are the basic essentials of a good samples? Okay, that is, sample must be represent characteristics of the entire universe population collectively we are taking. So it must be, we can say, adequate enough to offer reliable conclusion. Whatever we are taking, we should be able to take out from that the reliable conclusion also. Okay, so these are the basic essentials of good samples. Clear? Now for example, we can say that if we are finding out the average weight of class 11th, okay, weight of the students of class 11th, then what we do is we will take the sample of 10 students selected from total out of 50 students. Okay, so if the average weight of these 50 student is when we calculated, we found it is of 55 kg, then it will be assumed that 55 kg is the average weight of the whole class. Okay, so with the help of sample we did this. Understood? Now here in the sample method also some merits and demerits are there. Like this method is economical sample because only some units of populations are studied, not the whole. Okay, and the process of investigation is not time consuming because हम each and everyone का नहीं ले रहे हैं. Okay, as a whole एक specific group का ले रहे हैं, and less effort are required as small portion of population is studied, जैसा कि अभी हमने discuss किया, isn't it? Now disadvantages, we can say that it is only a partial investigation of the universe, का पूरा नहीं ले रहे हैं, कुछ parts ही we are taking. Okay, and it is not very easy to select a sample. इतना easy task नहीं है कि हमने 10 का sample ले लिया तो हो गया. Okay, it represents the characteristics of entire population. Okay, then sometimes what happened, the area may be so diverse that it becomes difficult to frame a sample. कुछ एरिया इतने व्हाट टू से डाउटफुल हो जाते हैं, इतने मिक्सअप मैस हो जाते हैं कि इट इज़ वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट टू फ्रेम अ सैम्पल, हाउ टू टेक आउट द सैम्पल. Okay, so this is all census survey and sample survey. I hope clear all of you, everyone. Yes, so I hope everybody clear till here, isn't it? So this is all about bachas your chapter 2, we can say, of statistics. Okay, now in the next class we will be taking or discussing the chapter of economics. Okay, and I hope everybody had completed the notes also. Okay, so thank you so much bachas, God bless you all.